guys, it's H-harnessHobo here. Today, I wanted to talk about the Chicom, or the Type 56. Sorry if the camera's in a little bit of a weird spot. It's the only place I can find to put it, so if it's a little off, it's whatever. Alright, anyway, the Chicom Type 56, it's the Chinese made it in the 50s, 56, to coincide with their AKM clone, the Type 56. Well, I know that's a Type 56. Anyway, it's an awesome chest rig. I got this for $18 off of Amazon. It is indeed a reproduction, but it's really awesome. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking about the pouches, right? What it carries on. So it has 4 small side pouches, 2 on each side. The back one on the left is like lined. That's because I'm pretty sure that that's where you're meant to keep your like oil, like gun oil, right? So it's lined with this like protective stuff, just so it doesn't leak everywhere, I suppose, or to prevent leakage, something like that, which is really cool. Anyway, these can hold magazines. This one has a compass in it right now. They can hold 10-round magazines, kind of. They can kind of fit them. And then hold anything, whatever you want to put in it, right? Really awesome. It works well. They work well for what they are anyway. They're nice. All right. Next, the 3 mag pouches in the front. So here these are, right? So I really like these because I'm gonna get down here actually. I really like these because you take RPK mags. This RPK mag just sits right down in there. Boom, perfect. That's amazing. I love that. And then also I have these 2 30-rounders. They're just mid caps. But I have a sock in the bottom to push them up, so they actually sit above, which works really well. It holds them really nice. It works really well. Anyway, other kind of mags it can hold. Let's see, let me grab this bag real quick. So, it'll also hold, boom, here's a Stanag with Magpul in one of the ones. Remember, this has a sock in the bottom, so, but it'll hold that perfect. It'll hold that well. Put this to the side. Let me just take this out. Here is a extended PMag, so it's like 400 round high cap, but it's like a little bit longer. I'll show you compared to another Stanag, right? So if you wanted to be some sort of evil monster and run 5.56 mags in this, you can. If you want to, you just gotta put like a sock or something down there. I'm trying to find a good way to keep myself propped up. There we go. There we go. So you can do that, right? That works well. Here's a AKM style magazine, which works fine. With the stopper in the bottom, works fine. And then here's a 10-rounder. Now the 10-rounder, if you put 2 socks in it, the 10-rounder will sit fine, like right about that. So if you want to do that, or you can put it in the side, right, like so. Works fine. So I would assume it would fit any other 5.56 magazines. I don't know though. Like AUG or SCAR mags, I'm sure it would take, because they're basically standard mags. Some AUG mags. I mean, it'd take anything 5.45 or 5.56 most likely. No 308 because, well, obviously not big enough for that. Let's see. Oh yeah, comfortability. So it is comfortable. I really like it. I've worn it. I wore it for like 2.5 hours with all my stuff in it and ran around with it, and it worked completely fine. I really liked it, and it just fit really well. It fits me nice. It works real well. Let's see if you can see. Instead of, oh shit, stepping on stuff. All right. So the ties on the back. Originally, you just had to tie them together, but I tied a little clip on the back, right? So a clip on each side, so it just clips to itself, right? Boom. That works completely fine. So that works really well. I really like it. It looks really good, especially if you're doing like a militia kit. They're really, the real ones of these, have been being used since the 50s in everywhere from China to Africa, Eastern Europe, the Middle East. I mean, you see them everywhere. I mean, you know, they were using them in the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. You see pictures of guys with them in the Georgian Wars and the Chechen Wars. I mean, you even see them. I even saw some pictures. I was looking at some stuff about the, you know, wars after Yugoslavia broke up, and I saw Chicom rigs there, right? So yeah, and I mean, you see them still in some in Afghanistan, war and terror. I mean, they're everywhere. So if you're being an Eastern European militant, right, or a Middle Eastern militant, or an African militant, right, it works for everybody, and it just looks good. It looks clean, and it's tight to your chest. It works well. You can adjust it well. If you're a smaller framed guy like I am, you know, if you're younger and still smaller framed, it fits you great, especially with the mags and the weight really holds it down. It works really well. It was cheap. It was $18 on Amazon. I will put a link to it in the description most likely. So if you want to get one, then boom, it's the exact same one that I got if I can find it. It's really good. Now there is another type. I think it's the Type 81. I think it's the Type 81. Now that has 4 of these mag pouches, and I think just 2 of the side ones. I don't have that one, but I would assume it's a lot like this, just with different pouches. I'll probably eventually have a video on that though if I get one. And then there's also an SKS one that has like a bunch of little SKS magazine, or well, like super clip holders, which I might go into those eventually and do a video on that one as well. But I just thought I'd talk about this one because I love it and I really recommend it. For being $18, you really can't go wrong. I mean, you don't need to get one of those fancy, you know, Spiritus or Haley One, or sorry, Haley Strategic, or you know, one of those real fancy chest rigs. You just run this thing. I just run this now. I mean, I have a I have like a, you know, regular chest rig, like a more modern one, but I just don't like it. Well, partly because it doesn't really fit me. It's a little big, but I love this. I run this all the time. It works great with my AK. Sorry, there's this thing on here. I gotta fix that. That's just my sling. It looks really great with the AK. Works really well. I really like it. Let's see what else about it. No, not much else about it. I recommend getting one. I plan on doing some more videos on more surplus gear and cheap gear stuff. So watch out for that. Gonna do a video on different camos I think are good, and just using what I think is good clothing wise for doing a more militia or freedom fighter kit. So look out for that. Also I might do videos on my other rifles I have. I might just show those off because, you know, why not? I have an M1A, or you know, an M1A, and I also have an M4 I might show. Might do videos on those, don't know. So that's the end of this video so far. Just closing thoughts on the Chicom. Great for the price. It's reliable. It works well. It's comfortable. It holds lots of different mags, and it holds them well. The only thing I don't really like is the flaps. But even then, a lot of people don't like these, but I really don't mind them, because most of the time in airsoft, you're not going to need to like super fast change. You probably have enough ammo in your mag, and when you're reloading, it doesn't really matter. But even so, I'll just show you. Right, if you have this in there, and you have it. You have the thing over it, and you need to reload. All you gotta do is push that out, pull that out. Not that hard. Now, when you're in the midst of, you know, battle, of course, it's harder, but it's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. Anyway, great rig. I recommend going and getting one for yourself. I'll leave a link to it in Amazon, or you can just find it yourself. Just look up Chicom chest rig. You'll find it. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the video.